Chairman, I think it should be made to be clear that this was notes of resignation.
No.
It is notes of resignation, not resignation. Secondly,
I
the commission is still full.
I think we shall not interrogate a document submitted in that way. If the member has the document, can inform us of probably what happens there, but we must receive it formally. And that's why we seek to understand the whereabouts of the chairperson, who probably could speak to any information that is out there, including resignation, and also probably substantiate all about that particular document about resignation. However, we pick interest and concern, and it further requires us to ascertain the whereabouts of the chairperson so that we substantiate whether the information of resignation is true or false. And two, if it's true, why she's still in office. But for fairness, we are still interrogating and trying to establish why she's missing on this big delegation of the Uganda Human Rights Commission. Was there any member left before I turn to the witnesses?
Chair, I am a firm believer in leadership and leaders. And the fact that we seem to see, or we know now, there is a confusion in the leadership of the commission, that has a trickle-down effect on even the reports that we are going to look at. So it is my thinking that we first handle the leadership issues because they have an impact not just on this report, but also on the core mandate of the commission itself. No wonder we are seeing what we are seeing in what they are supposed to be in charge of because of leadership. Thank you.
Honorable Kim, then we come to
information. Chairman, I wanted to inform him. I think the reports we're handling are for the other year, while the commission was actually working well. So the ones which will be affected mostly are these ones now, after 9th of, when you had your last meeting, 9th of March. So these ones we are dealing with 2024. They have no escape.
Yes. Honorable Kim, I want to conclude and return here.
Thank you, Chair. The situation seen here, it is either one against many or many against one. This is what we are observing. However, may I have the view that it's not good to proceed interrogating the report or handling the report when the chairperson is not here. He's a very substantive person in the commission. And two, we have not established whether that person refused to come or not. So I propose that we give an opportunity. We give an opportunity to find ways of reaching out to the chairperson and see that she appears in the next sitting, if possible. When she refuses, then the committee can devise means to see how to proceed with the matters. I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Honorable, at the extreme end.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Chair, mine goes to the accounting officer. Because at first I remember when you were asking him whether the chairperson was aware about this engagement, he wasn't clear. I'm aware that the invitations were sent to their offices last week, if I'm not mistaken. The same person is saying that he saw the chairperson on Monday. Remember, we were supposed to meet on Tuesday, yesterday. I expect him, as the accounting officer, to must have engaged the chairperson on today's engagement. Before we even go further, can we get to know whether the accounting officer took his responsibility to communicate to the chair on today's engagement. Don't even waste our time, because at first he was dilly-dallying. Then after some time, he's saying that he saw the chairperson on Monday. Can we get to know whether he took time to notify the chair, who was not in office before, about today's engagement?
But at the extreme end, then I will first pause there. Let her finish.
Thank you, Chair. I want to add my voice on Dr. Sylvia Alineito is my name. I'm adding my voice to the one of Eliab concerning the governance issue here. The letter which is going around, we need to verify, first of all, whether it is authentic, because we need to first verify the authenticity of the letter that was presented at the floor of Parliament. And if it is so, then we need to get legal advice on how we proceed. If a person tenders in a resignation, not to resign, then it is refused. Can we force a person to remain in office? What happens thereafter? Because there is a guidance that we need to take up from there, probably include in the report.
Maybe before I give another member, I've been looking at the detailed trial balance within the OT reports. One of the concerning issues is that meetings and workshops alone for the previous year were at 3.1 billion, meaning that a lot of money is accounted for under the umbrella of meetings. And we are surprised to hear that these meetings don't actually sit. Of course, we shall interrogate the whole year, the 2024-2025. But you can see the concerning trend of interactions and meetings. And it is also possible that much as they don't sit, I don't think it is only the chairperson who is budgeted for these meetings, equally the commissioners and the other staff members. So we shall have to interrogate the details. And in the circumstances, before I turn here, there are some colleagues who have joined us. Where is the moving microphone? Just to introduce themselves to be on the record. I want to offer them that advantage as members. Where is the moving? Or you can borrow from Honorable.
Honorable Chair and Honorable Chair and colleagues, honorable colleagues, I'm Dr. Batua Timothy Lusala, Member of Parliament, Jinja Southwest, and a member of this committee.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Alex Nyonsawa. I'm a Member of Parliament of Bufumbira South, Kisoro District, and a member of this committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Bruce Baraba Kavasa, Member of Parliament, Rwanda County West, member of this committee.
I think before I turn here, now, the accounting officer, we are now in a dilemma. First of all, you are in acting capacity as a secretary to the commission, to the Human Rights Commission. But needless to say, you introduce yourself as the accounting officer. Members have raised concerns. Before we give a ruling and guidance on these matters, equally the commissioners alluded to some other tasks you ought to do. For example, I heard that you are supposed to remind or constitute these meetings. Try to clarify in line with the absence of the chairperson of the commission. Have you done your role as the accounting officer? What have you done? And what will be your quick response to all these concerns raised?
Very much, Honorable Chair. First of all, I would like to clarify
There is the honorable member who said,